Greetings everyone, it's IT2 again. Just want to throw out a quick update for you guys. So I've been picking blackberries. I made a video about it, but it's like way down on my list of things to do because I got to go through this whole video series of me getting lost in the woods, the Fat Bitch project I'm working on. I already put out part one, and then I did I killed a rabbit and I cooked it, and there's a bunch more cooking videos, and then I think the blackberry video, and then what else have I done? I've done so many fucking things this last couple months. But anyway, I'm still having this heart pain, and I kind of helped to go out and pick blackberries in the sun and sweat it out. But I've been sweating a lot. So besides that video where I picked a few, I don't know how interesting that's going to be. Yesterday I went and picked a bunch. Let's look at some pictures. Here is a bowl I picked this morning around the yard. Now, remember that first batch? Oh, you don't know. You don't remember because you haven't seen it yet. The first video I picked it was a pretty big bag, maybe about this many, and I made a cobbler already. I haven't made a video about that yet, have I? I don't know if I even recorded that. I've recorded so much crap. So I've made one blackberry cobbler, and I've got enough in my freezer for at least another one and a little bit more. So then I went and picked this today on top of this big bowl right here. This is like a gallon or more probably of blackberries. This is what I had in the freezer already. And this is my turkey and dressing that I was making last night that I didn't get to eat because that pizza came in mysteriously. I still don't know who gave me that pizza. I guess it was Flagem just lying about it. I don't know. But it was weird. What's this in the bottom? Oh, that's the coleslaw. And then this up here is the French fries. I guess I'll make them tonight and have them with my pizza leftovers. But yeah, this right here is a lot of blackberries. This is more than most people get in a year. And that was all from down at the marina at the state park where I was golf fishing. So I went there last night about 7 or something, and it gets dark about 8. Picked for an hour, and all these cars kept going by, and somebody was yelling at me. I'm just listening to Harmontown podcast and not paying attention. And this one guy stopped and he asked me what are you doing? What are you picking? I'm like, blackberries. He's like, but they're all red. And I'm like, no, there's some black ones. You just can't see them from the road, I guess. And then he's like, okay, and he drove off. I could have the coronavirus. I don't want to get him. I didn't want to tell him that because then he might stop and make it even worse and I'll talk to him even longer. But I don't know. I don't think I do. I was talking to the guy that does have the coronavirus supposedly. He still has no symptoms. He's feeling great. And other than this weird chest pain, heart pain, whatever, that I had last year, I'm feeling great. But if this is coronavirus related, that means I had it last year. And a lot of people said, I thought I had coronavirus last year when it was going around. But this was more I had this pain in fall. Even before before wintertime. But that's a substantial amount of blackberries. This bowl plus the other bowl plus this fucking much and another cobbler. That's I've got 6 cobblers worth of blackberries in my freezer right now. That's enough to get you through, if you eat one cobbler a week, that's 6 weeks of food. From nothing. It was all completely free. I mean, you gotta get the sugar and the butter and whatever, but this is must have been what it was back in the olden days. People were talking about, I was watching this video of these guys fishing. There's a lot of catch, clean, cook videos, if you haven't seen any of those. Especially you guys that think I'm being cruel, eating a turtle and stuff, that's nothing. You should watch them on YouTube. Look up some gutting and skinning videos, or I don't know, what was the one I saw that show how to kill a turtle with a 2x4, and they just bashed it in the head and stunned it the fuck out. Then they pulled its neck out and cut its head off. I didn't show any of that shit. I was just poking it with a stick and flipping it on its back. But back in the olden days, it's not like you would go out and hope to catch a fish for a video to for funsies. Let's get our food for dinner. It's you either did it or you went hungry, and that's all you had was your whatever you could bring home. That was before they even had grocery stores to go to. You're just in frontier settlers and pioneers and shit. You had to go hunting. That's all there was. And if you get a crop of just blackberries off thorn bushes in the weeds, I mean, that's just buku bonus extra stuff. It's not even like you're farming it and like putting effort in. But I also wanted to talk about this type of fishing that not everybody, but like some videos I've been watching. They've been talking about, what is it called? Food chain challenges. So I've been thinking about this a lot because I remember when I played Red Dead Redemption 1, I think that's the game, you would kill like a snake or something, and then like the birds would come and like try to eat the dead snake, and you shoot the birds, and then like a fox or a wolf would show up, and then you would shoot the fox, and then like deers would wander by during all this mess, and you shoot the deers. It's kind of like the respawn system when Rockstar was fucked up, maybe. And animals, they just like all pile up a big dead bunch of animals on this one spot because they keep coming to investigate the other dead animals, right? So like in fishing, there's a thing where you like take a worm, you dig a worm up out of the ground, and you go catch a bluegill with that worm. And then you take that bluegill, and then you try to catch a big bass with it. It's like a food chain, you know. You start out small, you work your way up the chain. I guess you could even use that bass to catch like a sea fish or something, like if you had a boat in the ocean or whatever. So that's interesting also. But you could also like fillet the bluegill, keep the bluegill head, maybe catch a fish off just the head or the guts, or catch a turtle with it, and then like take the turtle guts and use that as bait and catch another fish. Use those fish guts as bait and catch another fish, and just keep doing like a chain catching fish off of other fishes. But you keep the meat every time. So you're getting like all the meat. You're catching more fish off the guts and the tails and the heads and the other shit you don't want to eat. That just seems like really efficient and smart. I really want to try that. But then I also want to try it with like a hunting version. So like you would kill a squirrel or something, you take the meat, you leave the gut pile, and then coyotes come and investigate it. Or could be like a raccoon, could be possum, whatever, and then you kill that thing. You take the meat, leave the guts, something bigger comes along. If I lived somewhere with like bears and mountain lions, it would be really good. But like, I don't know how you could catch a deer because they're more like, they eat plants. But you could like if you kill a deer, you could leave the corpse. Like this is what I was going to do with that dead deer down the road. I was going to like take all the meat, leave the corpse, and poison it to kill all the coyotes out of the area so they wouldn't be killing all the deer. Really like conservationist shit I'm thinking up. But yeah, hopefully I don't have any heart attacks here coming up because I'm feeling kind of better, but still hurts a lot when you move a certain way. I don't know if I need to like strengthen my heart muscles. You just do a lot of exercising. Last winter, I went vegan for like 3 months and that fixed it. Maybe I just need to go vegan again and quit all these animals. Maybe it's all the deep frying and meat I've been eating. Probably. But I like meat though. I don't want to go my whole life without eating meat, especially when I'm really getting into hunting and fishing right now. Anywho, just wanted to bring that up, talk about it real quick, see what you guys think. I'm really digging this whole subsistence thing, though.